Let's begin. Bismillah. So, can you all just give me a quick recap on whatever we had dealt with on the previous section? Yes, please. What did we learn in yesterday's class, dear sisters and sisters here? Yes, Alhamdulillah. We learned how to design our own quotes, flyers, Quranic reminders. Yesterday, we again touched the topic how to add the textual content of our own choice, the quotes, how to tell your stories beautifully, how to mind map the stories, and how we are going to tell the stories creatively, inshallah. And also, we have learned a very important concept of graphic designing named as mockups. Okay. Today, we are going to go ahead with another topic, inshallah. We already have mentioned in the group, it is already being mentioned there. How are we going to create the flyers now? Okay, so the flyers, the purpose for the flyers would be inshallah for the sake of webinars, or for the courses, or for the sessions, classes, or something like that. Okay, so today we are going to begin with how to design your own course flyers. We're going to touch some of the concepts inshallah, like how you're going to make the tutoring flyers if you wish to make the tutoring flyers, or if you're going to go ahead with webinar flyers, how you're going to do that, service flyers. Okay, today we are going to learn how we are going to create a graphic designing service flyers as well, inshallah. So let's begin, dear sisters and brothers, inshallah, with the name of Allah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay, what is the first thing that we need to decide when we are going to go ahead with creation of anything? Can you please type whatever we want to create? What is the first thing that we need to decide? Yes, the dimensions, right, dear sisters and brothers? Yes, excellent. We also have to mind map the story. Yes, excellent. What should we create? What are we creating? What are we looking for? Okay, so the very first thing, if I tell you flyers, okay, so we are going to go ahead with these topics. Okay, course flyers. Okay, this is the first service thing that you can provide. Okay, course flyers, webinars flyers. For example, think that you're looking to launch a course, then you need to have these flyers in hand. Why? To market it, to digital market it, right? To put it out for the world, and they need to come to your courses. Okay, not only just for the course flyers, even if you're having a not an online course but an offline course, but you need a flyer or a pamphlet, right? So we usually call it as a flyer, and we just go ahead with the flyer aspect ratio. Usually A4 size, A3 size. It will be adjusted over here. Whichever size you want, you can go ahead with. Fine. You can change it accordingly by using the resize button. Course flyer, webinar flyers if you're looking for the tutoring flyers, and one flyer for us, inshallah, as a graphic designer. This is an important thing that we are going to learn today: service flyer. Okay, this is a thing that you must create in the session, and you must create it for yourself. Okay, service flyer is nothing but it is suitable for every kind of service. For example, think that if you are into the businesses like laundry business, they are going to provide the service, right? Or for example, if you are into something like counseling sessions, or if you are into the editing sessions or something like that, you provide the service to the clients, right? So even the graphic designing is a service. Okay, service based, you can freelance and earn, right? So I want you all to create a graphic design service flyer wherein you're going to write the where you're going to create the flyers for yourself. Okay, yourself, you have to include your name in there. You have to put out the everything what are you going to design for the people out there, or the whoever is in need of your service. And inshallah, you're going to make one graphic design flyer in this session itself. Okay, so let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. We're going to start with flyer. So we just need to go to the create button and click on flyer. Okay, you can grab whichever flyer you want. Just click on flyer. Usually we go ahead with portrait flyer, right? Portrait flyer. You can even write pamphlets there. It's all the same. We call it as flyer. That's all the same. You can just go ahead with that. Fine. Okay. Now, I want you all to write some of the keywords that will help you to design the flyers. Whatever flyers you think of, I want you to remember the keywords. Go to the elements. Okay. We are going to design different kind of flyers. I'm going to show you how you're going to design it. Fine. But make sure you are knowing the concepts, knowing the things so well, inshallah. So let's first start with the backgrounds. Okay, we need proper backgrounds for our proper flyers, right? So we do not know the proper keywords that will land us to a beautiful background. Okay, yes, no, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so let's begin writing the keywords today. Okay, keywords for the backgrounds. If you have a notebook, you can just write it. If you have the notes on the this one, what we say on the online notes, for example, here we have the Samsung notes. You can go ahead with the notes here itself. Fine. So you can go ahead with notes and write whatever stuffs you want to. Fine. Then that way you can write. Now we are going to write the keywords for the backgrounds. Fine. So I'm just going to show it to you here. You just need to make use of these stuffs and create your own backgrounds. Okay. Let me just start with the very first one, geometric background. Geometric. Okay, will show you some stuffs like these. Okay, so look into these photos. These looks excellent. Okay, when you want to make some designs like this, okay, you can just revert this up and you can put it as a background. Usually for the flyers and stuff we use this thing. Okay, yesterday probably I designed some stuff with this. Okay, in this way. You just need to remember these keywords, or please write it down. We actually don't remember this. We write it down somewhere. Whenever we are approached with the client, we just go ahead with these keywords. Fine. Okay, please write it down. Geometric, geometric, geometric. Come on, dear sisters and brothers. This looks excellent with your designs. Please try this out. Please try this out. Okay. Add more pages because you're creating the designs online, right? Digital designs. Okay, for digital marketing, these looks excellent. These are the excellent choices. Okay, if you want to do it something like not the digital marketing, then you can just go ahead with light backgrounds. Light background. Fine. Then okay, then we'll go ahead with next kind of background. We also have something called as metallic backgrounds. You know, for these things, geometric, I just wrote geometric, right? You can even grab the stuffs like these patterns. See here, the graphic patterns like these. Okay, you can even put them up on the screens like this. Okay, if it will be combining in a proper way, only then put it up. Okay, if it doesn't combine, so do not put it there up. Okay, so for example, see here, geometric. I think I can use this to simple page like this. Okay, simple page like this. What is it called as? Geometric. Fine. Make sure you're remembering these things. You need to remember these stuffs. Fine. Okay. See how beautiful it looks like, right? Okay, I can just go ahead with another page, or if you want more such, I can just add this over here, somewhere here. Simply, you can just add it over and try it up. Okay, try it until you feel like this goes well here in this design. Okay, let me just put this over here. Okay, these are the geometric stuffs, fine, that you can include in a design. If you want, what am I thinking of doing is, okay, I can just arrange it somewhere here like this. I can arrange this. You can flip it over, okay? Flip it over. Arrange it somewhere here like this. Can you see that? These are called as geometric backgrounds. Geometric backgrounds. Please make a note about this. Okay. Hopefully you're getting it, right? You can add a beautiful background behind, or you can add even these stuffs like these geometric fields, geometric patterns, geometric shapes. Okay, you have geometric patterns also. You can try it up. Fine. If you want to use this. Fine. We usually call this as, okay, you just can flip it in this regard, flip horizontally and add it here. You know, when you are going to use this, when you're going to use this stuff, you just have to reduce the transparency. Okay, only then it looks good. Fine, and this way. And this way you can just maintain the proper background for your course flyers or whatever. Horizontal, vertical. Getting it? How to prepare the proper backgrounds for the flyers we are discussing. Fine. Okay. Geometric pattern is over. Then we have metallic patterns. See how beautiful we are creating. Come on, do this with me. Metallic. We're creating the backgrounds today. Fine. Okay, let's go ahead. Go ahead. Come on, so beautiful patterns. You can use these things as a backgrounds. Okay, let me add 10 pages. We are going to have so many pages today, inshallah. Okay, let's we just add something to this and make it as a background. And you can use these things to write some of the stuffs. For example, if you are going to write something, design like a pro course by Michelle or something like that, whatever you want, you can write it in this itself. So you can make it a beautiful feel. You can give it a beautiful feel using this backgrounds. Okay, using this backgrounds. If you want to mention somewhere here something like this, you can try this metallic backgrounds if you want. Fine. Okay, then more. What more? You have so many other stuff, dear sisters and brothers. You have illustrations, you have gold backgrounds. Okay, you can just write gold kind of. You'll be having so beautiful gold, I mean the photo backgrounds as well as the This one, what we call graphics. You have gold borders, golden, what we say, see how beautiful it looks like. Okay, let me just go ahead with this. Usually for the sake of creating the invitation cards and all, we use something like these. Okay, you can use this stuff, something like these, gold colored. Fine, gold color backgrounds, gold patterns, gold borders, gold lines. Okay, one important aspect of this is you can even use this gold border, something like this. Okay, if you wish to, gold patterns here, something like these. Okay, transparency reduced. Fine. Okay, go ahead and see which you like, even if you can use these things. Fine. Okay. So these are the stuff that you can go ahead and go ahead with the gold kind of keyword field. Fine. If you want to make it give it a feel like this, like opening up from here, you can even give it feel like that. Fine. So these are some of the stuff that you can go ahead with. So this one, for because we have a blacker one, this might feel good here. Okay. So these are the ways that you can create your own beautiful graphics. Fine. Okay. If you do not like it, delete it. Don't worry. Fine. The next one. Gold is a realistic mesh look. Okay. Mesh look. Realistic look. You can just write mesh. You have mesh kind of backgrounds as well as graphics. Okay. You can use any such. Any such. For example, I'll use this mesh kind of this one. I'll replace it as background. Okay, you can even go ahead with the graphics and catch or have some mesh kind of this one put up behind. Okay, usually you see in the most of these designs that is online, they make use of these stuff. Okay, meshes in their backgrounds, usually on the videos nowadays. Okay, black mesh is used. Fine. Okay. Then you can go ahead with glitter, glossy, gradient, glitter background, glossy background, gradient background, glossy backgrounds. Come on, please try this, dear sisters and brothers. Okay. I want you all to try this. Write this as a keywords if you wish to. Okay. Satin backgrounds. This is called a satin background. Fine. Satin backgrounds, glossy backgrounds, whichever you wish to. Add it over. Set images background. Okay, make sure you're doing this. Then we have wavy lines. Okay, rose gold. This is a key concept when you're going to go ahead with designing the invitation cards. You need this rose gold. Please write it somewhere. We use this very often on the invitation cards. Rose gold backgrounds. If you write, you will have it in a beautiful way. Look into these designs. Okay, these designs. We use this on the invitation cards. Fine. You can just go ahead with it when we are deciding to create the invitation cards. Okay. So rose gold backgrounds as well as the graphics you will be having. Fine. So those will be very excellent. Then you can go ahead with wavy kind of texture. Holograms. Please write all of it. Holograms. And there is something called as blobs. Okay, blobs. I'll teach you what in our upcoming session. Holographic background. Holographic background. This also looks excellent. Fine. You can even try these backgrounds out. Then we have something called as blobs, blots. Please write something about blob, okay? It's something like irregular shapes, blob, okay? There's also a Canva AI that creates, Canva app that creates the blobs, okay? Blob is actually something major. You can even use this. Inshallah, we'll be using it up in upcoming sessions, okay? You have arrows, you have shadow, you have shadows, you have blur, shadows, blur feel. You have something like frames. Hopefully, you all know what is frames. Patterns, okay? Patterns are there here. Outlining is there here. Polaroid frames are there here. Freeform tools are there here. Blobs are there here. Doodles is there here. Scribbling things are there here. Fine. Please write it down. Make sure that you're writing it down. Then I can tell you something about the curve kind of patterns, Islamic mosque frames, fading shimmer, stars, transparent backgrounds. You have transparent backgrounds as well. Satin backgrounds. Okay, then geo shapes. The then you even have the platforms. Abstract backgrounds. Abstract backgrounds. Abstract backgrounds. Fine. Okay, try this up, dear sisters and brothers. Okay. Okay, try the holographic backgrounds. Yes. Okay, even the abstract backgrounds are excellent ones. Okay, go ahead with photos and see abstract backgrounds. It looks excellent, right? Try these things up. Yeah, wavy backgrounds, texture backgrounds, you even have neon backgrounds. Neon backgrounds. Try this up. It's just for trying. Just for trying. Come on, try this. Abstract is over. Gradient backgrounds we already know. Wavy backgrounds are there. Texture backgrounds are here. Texture. Paper texture, just the texture backgrounds. You can even write to paper texture and see. Yesterday we were using this, right? Okay, this looks good. If you want to try it on the papers, if you are looking for uh, digital marketing or not the digital marketing, marketing on like the traditional marketing. Okay, so this one. Then you can just go ahead with something like neon backgrounds are here. Comic backgrounds are here. Neon backgrounds. Neon frames are the neon thing. You'll be having so much in this. So many graphics related to the neon. Neon backgrounds. Try the backgrounds and see. Neon background. You'll have so many photos related to the neon backgrounds. Okay. This also looks cool. Fine. You can try this up. That image is background. And if you want to delete this, let me delete this. Okay. In this regard, you can check and see what you love. You can just go ahead with that. Okay. Then you can try comic backgrounds. Yes, there are so many. Yes, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, I'm just telling you to serve this thing because you didn't serve this elements bar. I want you to just go ahead with this thing. Comic background. No, I would use this comic background for a store. It was a supermarket. They wanted to launch this. I actually saw this on the Libas store. Okay, so I used this one. I had a exact same thing on the Libas advertisement. So I just used it on the advertisement that I had to create for a supermarket. So these things, okay, these are comic backgrounds. They use this along with another one, and then it was so excellent. You can even rotate it something like these in whatever way, in whichever colors you want to put, you can put it. And the center, they focused like end of the season sale or something like that was there. You can just put it at the center. You can even play the ads on this, okay? View the videos about this, okay? So this is also the excellent background. I'll be teaching you inshallah in upcoming sessions how you can do that. I'll teach you with the same video, okay? Okay, now very important thing that you can all go ahead with is header and footer. Please write this down for the, okay, this is the thing that I wanted to get to. Okay, header and footer. Write the header here. So this is an important stuff that is needed for any flyers. Okay, usually we create the flyers, right? For the flyers, we need these headers and footers. Why? To write the contact details, to write whatever stuff. So we need headers, we need footers. Fine. Something like this. For example, if you take this, I'll add to this. Let me add to this one. Okay. So see here in this way. If you take it as a top, take something on the bottom. Okay, if you want to have the same thing, you can have it in the bottom, something like this. Now there's a proper look. Okay, if you want to include this another way, you can even do that. Okay, so for now, let me just add it like this. Okay, so header and footer is done. For this also, you can add some different headers, different footers. Yes, please take a note about this thing. Okay, header and footers, very important. Right. So if I want to add this over, if I want to write my, let me take this for this one. Okay, for this one, if I want to add a proper flip horizontal, I'll do flip vertical, I'll do. If I want to add my contact details at the edge, I can use this headers or the footers. Okay, I can even add this on the top also. There are beautiful headers, there are beautiful footers. Okay, instead of this, if you go ahead with footers, you'll find so many beautiful ones. Fine. Okay, see here, these are the graphics that you all can choose. They look stunning, they look excellent. Fine, we can change the colors of this. We can change the colors. Okay, don't worry about it. We can change it according to the page, page colors. Fine, no worries. Okay, I'll add this stuff also. Okay, for example, this stuff if you want to add. Just an example I'm showing you. Okay, you can add this over like this. Okay, you even can add this by rotating it. For example, if I want to rotate this, or I'll just take another one, I'll rotate it up. I'll add it somewhere here to here, here to here in this way. Or if I want to flip it over, flip horizontal. It's all yours. Okay, you can decide how to keep the stuffs. in your flyer. Fine? Finding this excellent? I want you all to note this and create something with this. Okay. So we are going to create now. You can even add these stuffs at the center, change the colors later. But for now, okay, that's fine. You have the labels here, header labels, footer labels. Okay. These footers looks excellent onto the screens. Okay. For example, if you're using this somewhere here, make sure you're using the same exact thing somewhere here and there. Okay, let me use this. The colors can be changed later. Fine. Okay. So now, when you're given the content, dear sisters and brothers, with from your client, when your client gives you the content, you can easily decide what to create. Okay, how to create using these keywords. Fine. Okay. You even can mention properly what you want. Okay. So let me just write golden border, golden border, or even the frame. Whatever you want, you can just mention golden border, golden frame. See here, something like these you can add if you wish to. I'll add this at the edge. Okay, borders, we call this as the borders. Okay, I'll just duplicate the stuff. I'll add it here. Okay, let me just reverse it. Flip, horizontal, vertical. Getting this? Yes, no? Okay, you can add other stuffs like these. Borders. Okay, one last thing. Okay, I'll just okay, halftone. There is something called as halftone. Probably I just discussed that. Halftone is nothing but you can just use it for the half of the pages like these. Okay, you can use these halftones. If you have nothing on the screen and you want to make sure it looks good, you can use this halftones. Okay, you can change the colors of this. If it is dark, make it white. You can change it to white like this. Fine. And transparency, make sure you're reducing it. Fine. Okay, in this regard, you can just mention. If you don't want to entire screen, you can put it somewhere where you want. Okay. There is also something called as blurring. Okay, blur. If you want to blur the image, you have so many aspects here that will help you to blur it. Okay, towards the edge or towards the entire screen if you want to blur it. It's all yours. Okay, you can just try these things. You have a scope of discovering things here. I just want you all to go through these stuffs and create the stunning visuals, inshallah. So now let's begin. Very first topic of our today's session is how to design the course flyers. Okay, course, CORSE, so COURSE. Okay, so let's just design it for the Design Like a Pro course itself. So what is the thing that we need? We just need a proper background and proper what we say ordering. I think this background doesn't suits well with this because it is grayish and goldenish and this is just the black and gray. Okay, so let me just write gray backgrounds if we have gray background because I just want to match it with that. Or else let me see if we can go ahead with this itself. I'll just make it as a replace as a background. I'll delete this stuff. Okay, no, it doesn't look good. So let's just stop it here. Let me see if we can change the colors from this. No, we can't even change the colors from this. We can have different borders. Let me just see if we have some borders. Okay, bordering at the edge. Let's just see all. Click on see all button. You have so many beautiful ones. Try whatever you wish to find. You can even try this app. I just wanted to make it the same feel like how our design, like a pro flyer looks like. So just trying the things out now. Okay, the flyer that you had received at the beginning of the course, before we had before you just took to enroll was created from Canva and it was the same thing. Okay, it was created at the start of the course like Design Like a Pro first batch. Okay, so alhamdulillah, dear sisters and brothers, you can use the steps and create your designs beautifully. Fine. So in this way, you can just mention if you want. I wanted a golden bad border, so let me mention golden borders. Okay, so you have so many beautiful ones. You can try it. Golden border. Okay, even modern borders you have. You modern. You can even type these keywords: modern, golden, and more such stuff. Okay, then this way. Okay, Alhamdulillah. We'll just decide and take something. We'll just begin now. Fine. Okay, let's be here. Let it be here. If you want just one, you can give or multiple times. Okay. So now I'll just write design like a pro course. We'll just begin with the creation. Fine. So when you select the text, you'll just get the text box. So make sure you are selecting the font combinations to make it beautiful. Okay. So usually I have tell you whenever you're going to write the headings, make sure you are having the combinations. Okay. Combination fonts. You should not have just single font there. That is called as typography, wherein you are having the ordering as well as you are having the beautiful font selected there. Fine. So I've taken this font business model. What should I do at first when you are taking the font combination? Just ungroup them at first. Okay, ungroup. Okay, so I'll write design in this design. Okay, let me write design in this. I'll just write it here. Design. For instead of this business, I'll write like a. Okay, so in this way, you can just select. Then for this model, I'll delete order. Or then I'll just write it for yum. PRO. Okay, so in this way you can write it, right? Okay, if you have more such things to do, you can even write it in different format, like a row. So if you get something like this, make sure you're reducing it till here because you need to access the other element there. Okay, row. If you want, you can increase it in size and keep it more simple. Okay, or keep it more simple. So now, dear sisters and brothers, you can even add the underlines. You have the underlines here, lines if you want, underline if you want. They'll give you the beautiful underlines, the labelings, whatever you want. Okay, the simple things that I'm showing you, you can create the stunning visuals with these. Fine. You have photos, you have graphics having the beautiful underlines. Okay, you can use these steps. Okay, this is just the designing thing that I'm trying now. Okay, we can do better. I'm just trying it now. I'm just showing you how we can create the stuffs more beautifully. Pro design like. If doesn't feels good, please delete and redo that. Okay. So I'm just arranging it. Fine. Okay. Now the next thing is, what do we need about the course? What are the things you need to collect it? Okay. You need to mind map the things, collect it somewhere, and then go ahead with designing. Fine. So now what is the thing that we need about the course? We need about the timings. We need about the other stuffs, right? Everything is textual given by the client. So you have to remember to take all of those things and start creating. Okay, you can use the type crafting tools also, type lettering tools also to design these headings, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, no worries, you can use the any aspect of in any way. Okay, you can use any apps in any way. Fine. So then we need a tagline. You can just write it in this way. Okay, I'll just ungroup it. I'll just write this and this one. Okay, I need it in smaller fonts, but let me just write it in this one. Okay, you can write a tagline. Okay, learn to create anything, learn to design anything. Okay, let me just write it like this, a tagline. Right, so this looks a bit bolder, so make sure you're not having a bold font after the this one. Fine, you have to learn these things. These are important ones wherein you're going to design your things in a beautiful way. Very first thing, the heading should be good, bigger one. The hierarchy should be maintained very excellently, dear sisters and brothers, and whatever you're creating. Fine. So now you have a golden look. So make sure you're having the labels put up. Okay, labels. Please write this down. Labels. These are the keywords that you need to remember. So why are the labels used? To put the headings in it. Okay, to put the headings in it or the subheadings in it. For example, I'll just go ahead with something like a beautiful label. We need a beautiful label. You can even create the labels. I'll even show you how to create the labels. Fine. Just a moment, inshallah. So I'll take this label. I'll add this label here. So what will you learn in this course? So now repetitions in this is important. Repetitions in textual content is very important, dear sisters and brothers. You cannot have 10 fonts in your frame. No 10 fonts in your frame. Just 2 to 3 fonts. Okay. Make sure your design just follows 2 to 3 fonts. Okay. Design like a pro key. So now I'll just write, what will you learn? What will you learn? Okay, this is all the textures that your client will give you, or you can offer it using the chat GPT, and you'll say, okay, so I'll write this one. Is it fine for you? Okay, is it fine for you? You need to ask these questions to your client. Fine. What will you learn? Okay. Now listen very carefully. I'm going to show you some important stuffs. Okay, this color of this label, it should be maintained with the color of the, what is it called as, you have to come and maintain the consistency in the design and coloring and more. Okay, so how you're going to take it? You have to take it from the background, correct? So let me select it from the background itself. Okay, so let it be lightish. Okay, if you want to make this darker, lighten it. If you want to make it lighter, make this darker. Two in one, that's all yours. Okay, that's all yours. How you're going to plan to create, it's all yours. Fine. So what will you learn? The next thing, you have to maintain consistency. What is consistency? you have to maintain the same look throughout the design. Okay, so what will you do if you want to write anything else apart from this into the design? You need to make sure that you're using this stuff. Okay, just a moment. I want it in bold pattern. So I'll take this font itself. No. I think I can take something like this one. What will you learn? The same font as this one, but I'll make it uh, capital letter. I'll just capitalize it. I'll reduce it in this size. Okay. So now if I finalize this one as my this one, you can even add the gradient look for this. You can even add the gradient look for this. Okay, you just can go to the settings and you can go ahead with two designs. Okay, when you take your own shapes, you can add the gradient look because the shape is actually defined by Canva. So you cannot go ahead with gradient look. Fine. You can create your own shapes as well. I'll show you how to do that. Just a moment. Give me a moment. Fine. Then what will you learn if you are finalizing this? You just need to select multiple. Select multiple. You need to select both of this. Done. Group it up. Okay. Now you need to use the same steps throughout the design. What will you learn? I'll just duplicate this. I'll keep it here. Okay. I need to show something else with this. Okay. What am I going to show it to? I can make it feel like. Let me show it for the stuffs like where what else can be included. Okay, contact details on this. Okay, and for example, if you want to write something else, you can write it somewhere here. See, this is called as ordering it up to maintain the consistency in designing. Okay, okay, done. The next thing, when you're going to add the bulletins, okay, for example, what will you learn? I need to write 5 to 6 things, so you just go ahead with bullets. Write the bullets. Come on, you're surfing the yes elements tab. Okay, elements tab here. Fine, and creating the wonderful steps. Fine, come on, dear sisters and brothers. Try this up. Okay, you're going to go to the bullet points. Take some beautiful bullet points. Okay, probably we use this one. Okay, now what is the color? Do you keep it green? Yes, no, no, right? What color should be selected? The same color as the this one, correct? Yes, mashallah. Please, dear sisters and brothers, I want you to maintain the consistency in your design. Don't put different colors, different fonts into the frame and make your design look ugly, okay? So make sure you're designing it very well, inshallah ta'ala. So how to change the coloring? Just go to the coloring, okay, and change the coloring. Okay, now I'm showing you how to duplicate this up, okay? How to duplicate this up? You just have a duplicate button and just place it here. See, I'm going to show you. Okay, 0.83. Why is it the same? What is it called as proximity? What is this proximity? There should be there should be a proper spacing. There should be a proper ordering. Is the spacing right? 0.083, 0.083, correct? Between that label and this bullet 0.83, 0.83. Now what am I going to do? I'm just going to duplicate it and it will give you the same spacing. Amazed? Yes, it will give you the same spacing. I'll just rearrange this. Now whatever textual content I want to write, I'll just write it. I'll take this one itself because I want to follow the same proximity. What do we say? I want to follow the same consistency throughout the design. Same font styling. Okay, and also this one. Same font size throughout. If you select it here, duplicate and place it perfectly here. Once you place this perfectly here, duplicate, and done. Understood, dear sisters and brothers? Then what are you going to do? Change it, edit it. You're going to learn video editing, slash something. Okay, so so it is something like this. So actually we did it wrong then. So I'll just delete it all because at first itself you have to maintain the proper fonting. Okay, proper fonting. So let me just go ahead with creating it on this side, on the left side of the page, video editing. Fine. Now what am I going to do? Now I'm going to duplicate this, write it perfectly exactly at the center of this so that the next thing should have the proper spacing. See here, the spacing will be consistent spacing will be maintained when you duplicate that. Okay. Now we can write image editing and whatever stuffs. Fine. Okay. Understanding? Please let me know yes or no. Any doubts, please mention in the chat box. Do not, you can change it with the color palettes also. But here, because we have chosen the proper frames with proper colors, then you can just go ahead with these stuffs. Okay. Then what will you learn is something that you can write and some more stuffs. Okay. That's all given by the clients. Then you can just include whatever the contact details if you want. Okay. Contact details. I don't remember how was this one. So this one might be the stuff that we had included. Okay. So contact details. Then you can just write the phone calls. You just need to properly align it. Phone number. Okay. Just for phone number, we just need a proper phone in this way. Okay, now when you take this, okay, see here, there should be a consistency in this also. You have maintained a round kind of bulletin, right? So make sure you're adding the round stuffs only throughout the design now. Okay, your thing is you just have to add round things throughout the design. Okay, round elements. Element should be round. And see, if there is a white look here, no, you cannot give the white look. You need to give the look of the background. So there is a black background behind this, so it should be having a black background. Fine. Yes, please maintain this consistency in the design to make sure your design looks good. You have to follow the design sense. There should be a design sense so that your design looks perfectly excellent. Okay. So now there was a round logo, round Instagram logo. If you have a round Instagram logo, grab it and put it here. Fine. Make sure round things, round things. And see here, can you see the spacing now? Did you see the spacing? All of the spacings are perfectly correct. See, 0.83, 0.83, 0.83. This is called as maintaining the design principle. Understood? Can you just see that? 0.083, 0.083 throughout the design. You cannot give anything else throughout the design. Please make sure you are following these steps, dear sisters and brothers. Fine? Okay, do this along with me, please. Try this over. See now, I have added this in this way. So these are some steps that we can include. And everything will be content. You can just take it from the client. And if you want to add something new like timings or something like that, use the keywords, time keyword or the date keyword. If they tell you it starts from this date, make sure round itself. Okay, now this should be your thing. You have to use round itself. Okay, so what is the timing? What is the, if they tell you about the class timing, so what is the next thing? Dates. When is the date? You need to use the proper element to go ahead with. Fine. Okay, and what? Round. If it is round, entire round. Fine. Okay, if it is square, entire square, to maintain the consistency. Fine. Same spacing, 0.083. Once you have taken the spacing, finalize the spacing, make sure the spacing is same. Coloring must be same. So for this, let me just add a blue coloring, same coloring as this. Okay, for this as well, change the coloring. Okay, we can do that later. So are you done? Okay, I just need you all to design one course flyer. Okay, you can design it in any way. Fine. One course flyer is done. We are going to go ahead with creating a webinar flyer now. Fine. Webinar flyer. The same content. What you're going to look for in the webinar flyer is you're just going to have the beautiful contents. That's all. So you can just go ahead with webinar and decide what webinar flyer you want to create. Webinar. We'll just write webinar and see. Okay. So you have some stuffs like webinar, live webinar. You can add it here and there. If it is free webinar, okay, live webinar. Let me just take this, grab this stuff and keep somewhere. Okay, live webinar. Okay, let me just keep it somewhere in the top. Webinar. Okay. Webinar. Let me delete this and see if you want more stuffs like this. Who is conducting the webinar? If you want to give it even the photo, okay, if you want to put a photo, okay, now just listen carefully. I'll just go to the photo. I want the photo of webinar like this photo, okay, because it is aligning well with the background. So I'll take this photo and I want to put this photo inside this frame. How do I do that? You don't put the photo like this itself, dear sisters and brothers. What you need to do is you need to have a frame. Write it down. Go ahead and please write it down. Frame. Okay. Go to the frames and see what frame looks beautiful for you. Okay, I'll take this round frame. I'll add it somewhere here. Okay. You can add multiple frames also. I'll add just one frame. Okay, one frame. Let it be the half of the screen or something like this. I'll add it inside this. Okay, in this way. You can add one single frame or you can add dual frames like this. Okay, webinar. And what is the webinar about? Okay, what is the webinar about? If it is, for example, if I think of graphic designing webinar, I'll just write graphic design. I'll take that concept, graphic design. I'll take that flyer or the photos. So I'll take graphic design. I'll put it here inside. So I'll just make sure it is somewhere here or somewhere in whatever regard it is. Fine. I'll just make, I can even add the photo of the graphic designing. So I'll just make sure it is somewhere here. Again, this is somewhere here. Okay. Maintain the consistency in branding. Make sure if you're having the round one, make it round itself. Okay. So if you're putting this somewhere here, put it somewhere here. Okay. This is just how I wanted to make it look. I'll delete this if I want to. If I don't want to delete it, I can even, you can even make sure that it is just following this itself like this. Okay. And this way you can just rotate it and place it in this way, in this patterns, or you can even put it like this and add these stuffs over here and there. Okay, it should be bigger one. It should be bigger one. No, you can even flip horizontal, vertical. Okay, no, it doesn't look good. Okay, if it doesn't look good, so you can even have this curves itself. Go to the curves and see, I'm going to show you. Write the curves, write the curve. Okay, take the curves. You can take this curves. You can design it yourself. Okay, you can design it yourself. So, for example, I want to design it like this. Okay, I can design this like this itself. Okay, so let me just give it a consistent look. Out like this. Okay, if I wanted to further increase, I can even increase that. Okay, something like these. Okay, or I can just duplicate that. I can just take this over like this. Okay, this is the way I'm designing. It's like how you want to design your stuff. You don't have to worry that I should maintain like this itself. No, you can design it as you wish. Fine. Okay, these are the examples through which you can even go ahead with. Fine. So I'll just pick it here. Or else I'll show you something like it. It can also, it might also look well here. Something like this. I'll do one thing with this. Okay. Come on, design it. Okay, design it until and unless you find it excellent to go with. Okay. So I can even add this webinar look here. I'll just do this thing here. However you want to. And whatever way you want to, you can just go ahead with. No worries. Okay, I'm thinking of putting it here and here. Okay, done. So this is here. Webinar look. Delete image, delete frame. Okay, I just need to delete this. Okay. Then this way you can just go ahead with. Fine. If you want to if you're thinking of designing it yourself. Something like this. I can even increase it here and just put it down there. Okay. I'll just put it somewhere on the top. Webinar and just drag it here. Okay, this is the way you land into when you're designing. Okay, you actually have a creative mind. You think of different scenarios, different situations, and then land into a proper output or proper outlook. Okay, until and unless you land into a proper thing, you should not stop. Fine, you should not settle down for a content that you don't like. Remember that. Fine. So I've just liked how I created this. Okay, now I'll just go to the textual content. Take the beautiful textuals. I'll add this one. Okay. So I'll just, what is the first thing you need to do when you're handing over the font combinations? Just need to design it well. So I'll just write webinar on, webinar on. Okay, the textuals, please refer the client or take it from the online. Webinar on designing, what are we going to design? Designing Islamic flyers. Let's design Islamic flyers. Islamic flyers. Okay, this is a recent topic that we have done, right? Okay, there's something stuff here, so I'll delete that. Webinar on designing Islamic flyers. You can even write this webinar on here, designing Islamic flyers exactly below it. And then you can even mention who is heading it over. You can mention the photo of this one. I'll just write, take Muslima here. Muslima. Colors not yet matched. We can change the colors beautifully. We have a scope to change the colors, dear sisters and brothers. Okay. A Muslima who is teaching the stuff, so something like that. I can just take this over. I'll add her here. I can mention my name here under this. Our speaker. Who is the speaker? You can mention, right? Yes. So you can just write this over. Font combinations help you well, okay? It helps you in better ways. Just ungroup it. Okay, make sure you're okay, increase it in size and just do that. Speaker, you can switch this. Speaker, you can write it in smaller fonts and this one in the bolder fonts, whatever. Okay, I'll just write to Michelle. Okay, I'll just reduce it over. Speaker Michelle. Okay, you need to write about the zoom thing. If you want to even collect it from the elements, you can even write the zoom there. Zoom. and take it. If it's a free webinar, write it okay, free. You can even give the ID, Zoom ID, okay, Zoom link. Okay, to give that you can add the label. Okay, label, please write it down. Label, it is very helpful, dear sisters and brothers. Labels are very helpful to create the stuffs. Okay, for example, if I'm taking this label, okay, onto this I need to add this, right? I just need to layer it up to front, bring to front. Okay, over here I need to add the Zoom meeting ID, so I'll write the Zoom here. This is called as label. You can create your own labels. Okay, these labels can be duplicated. Okay, I can keep this label here. In this I will write the Zoom ID, and the next I'll take the timings. Okay, what is the timings? Zoom ID, I'll write, take it here. The same label can be duplicated, kept here. See what am I trying? I'll take the time now. Time button. Okay. I'll put the timings inside this. See how beautiful it looks like. Try these steps, dear sisters and brothers. Please do not stop. Same round thing. Exactly well aligned with that. Okay. Again, I'll duplicate this. Okay. We're doing this in the session, live session. Come on. See here now. Same spacing. See here, until it doesn't shows you that it has having same spacing, don't stop. 0.094. Now it's the proper spacing. Stop now. Okay. The next thing, after the timings, what is required? Date. Okay, date. Okay, let me just write the date. Make sure round means round, square means square. Okay, so it's all yours. Design it well. Fine. Okay, I'll just grab it. Okay, it's too big. Shorten this up. Bring it here. Okay, it's just with the outer line. Okay, make sure you're selecting something that is having just the outer line. Okay, something like this instead of this. Fine, not this. This will go well with the date because we just need an outer line. Okay, we'll put it inside this, properly aligning it. Until and unless it's properly aligned, you don't have to stop. Right? 0.219, excellent. Okay, it is having the same spacing. Okay, it's not having the same this one. Okay, now it's fine. So in this way, designing the Islamic flyers. And also, if you want to write the contact details of the person or something like that, write the contact number into the bottom of the page, like contact number. Okay, let me just have this on the recent contact number, phone number. Okay, phone number, Instagram handle, Facebook handle, if they want to view the designs of the person and something like that. Enjoying creating this with me, dear sisters and brothers? Please let me know. Okay, now the colors are mismatched. There's a colors mismatch. What do you do? What do you do? You can just take the colors from the image. Okay, take the colors from the image. What are you going to do? Apply colors to the page. If it doesn't looks good, go ahead again and apply colors to the page. Loving this, loving to create this. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, let me know. Apply colors to the page. If you don't like it, please go ahead again to the color palette and decide the coloring. Apply colors to the page. Change the coloring until unless you are satisfied with. Change it until you are satisfied with. Okay. So if this is it is well, then it's well and good. If it doesn't go suits your need, then you can just go ahead with some other. If you do not like that webinar photo, change the photo. Change the photo itself. There is a scope of improvement every time, each time. Okay. So you don't have to settle down for a content that you don't like. Again, I'm telling you, you don't have to settle down for a content that you do not like. Remember that. So webinar, even this will go well. So see which you love and which you want to create, want to take into the frame, and then put that up, and then just decide what you're going to create. Fine. Okay. Want to push it somewhere here. Okay. I just apply the colors to the page. Change the colors accordingly. Fine. Apply colors to the page. If it doesn't looks good here, please go ahead with the styling because you have a proper color combination here. Instead of going to go ahead with this one, you can go ahead with stylizing your own content. See here, this looks good. It's look excellent. So you just have to change the photo. Okay, change the photo. Almost brownish photo you need. Okay, almost brownish. Okay, you can even have this brownish photo. See, now it looks good. Fine. Decide well what you need and then create. Fine. Okay. So this is one such designing flyer. If it doesn't look good, please don't settle for a content that you don't like. Again and again, I'm telling you. Okay. Now the last two flyers are left out. One is a tutoring flyer. You can create your own tutoring flyers, like just adding the tutoring stuff. For example, just the content matters. Okay. For example, if the client is looking for mathematics tutoring or something like that, you need to have the proper background related to mathematics itself. If the client is looking for Quran based tutoring, then you need to have a background with the Quran in it, right? So let me just go ahead with Quran tutoring classes. So we will just can write Quran here. Quranic tutoring classes or something like that. You just need to go ahead with Quran here and then add the beautiful, what we say, beautiful graphics. Take some beautiful graphics or take this ones, whichever you want. Add the stars, whatever you want. Okay, let me decide. You can add this stuff here. See all patterns you can change. Islamic patterns you can add if you do not want this. You can add some beautiful Islamic patterns, dear sisters and brothers. Come on, do this with me, please. Okay, you can change the coloring. Okay, you can change the coloring if you want this itself. Transparency to be reduced because it's too bold. Okay, then if you want to add the name, okay, these ones can be used, these labels can be used, okay, to add the timings and all. Okay, so make sure you're deciding well with the this one. Okay, so even you have Islamic footers. See here, Islamic headers and footers. You can use this. Okay, you just have to flip it over vertically. Fine, you can use it on the top. Islamic headers, Islamic footers, those are so well. You can define it so well, and you just have to change the colors using the color palette. That's all. Okay, let me just add this here. Now I'm just going to add a Quran there. So what am I going to add? Where is the beautiful one? I'll just add it this one. You can change the colors later, right? So now you can just write the textual content matters now. Okay, then you can just decide whatever you're going to write for. Write it here, ungroup it. Okay, I'll just write Quran. Quran. I think we need to make it bold. Then we'll just write tutor available. Whatever. Content is all your client based. Tutor available. Okay. See here, we are not changing the backgrounds or something. We use the same backgrounds that we had used at the beginning, right? We had learned the keywords at the beginning. Change this, okay? So this looks to this one. Okay, Quran tutor. See how beautiful it looks now. Quran tutor available. Okay, then what else? You can just write the name, what are the courses offered, or if you want to timings, all the stuffs you can include. Colors can be changed later, already told you. Label colors, if you're going to add this Quran here and then add the labels down there, you can even do that. Okay, take these labels. If you want to write some stuffs like the Quranic ayahs, okay, the best is the one who learns the Quran and teaches it and something like that. If you want to write it there, if you want to make sure your own labels are added up, you can even do that. Okay, now what is the important thing? Coloring, correct? Coloring, just add beautiful coloring. That's all. That's how you can just go ahead with go ahead and land into a beautiful flyer. Or what you can do is there is a background, right? For that background, you just can click on and replace the what we say. You can just have it as a detach image from background. Okay, so we just can just have the colors from that. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're just clicking on it, adding the colors from the page. Apply colors to the page. Apply colors to the page. That's the thing that you're going to do with. Apply colors to the page. Fine. If you still do not land into the perfect color, then you just have to go ahead and change the coloring manually. Okay, change the coloring manually. Even this coloring to something like this, and this coloring to something lightish. Okay, so in this way you can change the coloring by yourself. Fine, don't worry about the stuff. So like if you're not landing into a good color or something like that, you can even put up the colors manually. Fine. Okay, change it according to your wish. Okay, just there's this one. Okay, the final flyer, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, just give me 5 to 10 minutes because we are 10 minutes late in the session. We'll be doing this final work now. Okay, so select whichever graphic designing flyer you're going to create. Okay, I'm going to select this one. Okay, we are going to create a service flyer now. Okay, 3 flyers are done. We are going to create a service flyer. This is important stuff that you're going to focus on. Come on, dear sisters and brothers, each and every one here must have it. Must have it. Okay, so let's begin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to start creating a graphic designing service flyer. Okay, I'll take a proper font combination first. So let me decide. Let me take this itself. Okay, what is the first thing when you take the font combination? Ungroup it. Okay, so I'll put this here. Okay, let me write it as graphic. Okay, graphic designing. Graphic designing. Okay, so this must have, everyone must have, every student must have. Fine. So graphic designing, and then I'll write service. What is it? Service flyer. Usually this is called as typography. wherein you're combining two different fonts styles and creating one wonderful stuff, fine? Graphic designing service. You can even further increase it in size, or you can just overlap it here somewhere. Okay, service, you can change it if you wish to, or you can change the colorings. I need to change it to whitish, right? Because we have a dark background, I'll change it to whitish coloring. Okay, done. Graphic designing service. Okay, now you can decide. You're giving this service, okay? You're giving this service to the client. Now you can decide if you want to put up your artwork, whatever the work, graphic designing work you have put up, you can put it up here. Somewhere on the frame you can put it, or you can just go ahead with frames. Okay, you can type frames here and search for beautiful frames. Okay, let me see if we have some beautiful frames that will help us to create, add the different graphics. For example, you can add your this one, multiple frames we need, right? You can add your photos inside this. You need to add your graphics, whatever graphics you have created, you need to add it inside. Fine, you can take some beautiful ones. Let me just decide. You can take this one. Okay, for example, if you take this, you can add it here, one, and then you can just duplicate it. Okay, if you want to show whatever graphics you have created, 1, 2, 3, and then I can just go ahead with something like this. Okay, then I can put it here. Okay, something like this. Fine, if you want to, you can even further improvise this. Like if you don't want it like this, okay, you can place it something like this, or even have the multiple things, multiple font, multiple, what we say, photograph. You can even have a photo frame, something like this also. Okay, I'll show you with this also how we can decide. You can just flip it over. You can just flip it over, or you can just place it here and then just duplicate this stuff or rotate this stuff. That's all. Place it here. Okay, it's all together. You just have to duplicate it. Duplicate. So what I'll do, I'll just add it to the next one. Delete, duplicate this design. Instead of this, I can add that itself. Okay, these are the ways you can create. Fine, you can create your own graphics. For example, this one, I'll add it here somewhere. See, yeah, there's a danger zone. Can you see that? You should not go outside that, or else your design doesn't look good. Okay, like this if you want to place, else if you want to place like this, you can add multiple photos inside this. Fine, multiple photos inside this. Come on, try this over, dear sisters and brothers. Okay, so whatever photos you have, I'll just take this one. I love creating this. Okay, this is outside the danger zone itself, so let me just put it inside. Okay, so this is the way we have actually added the frames and margins. Okay, let it be down. So now, what are the things that we have created? We will just add it over there. One image, two image, three image. Okay, add all the images that you have created together with me. Okay, let me just add these ones, things that you all created with me. Okay, these are your creations, mashallah. Okay, I'll add all of these stuffs. I'll add it to the page. Okay, 7 are enough. 3 to 6, 7. No, we need nine one. Okay, see, in this way. You just need to put it inside. Put each one inside. How to do it? Drag, drop, drag, drop, drag, drop. Come on. Drag and drop, drag and drop inside. These are your creations. Yes, these are your designs that you had created. Okay, something like this. Even if you want to add the PNGs, you can even add that. Okay, it's messed up here because we have got 5 to 10 designs in the frame. Okay, liking what you're doing? Yes, do you like what you're doing? Come on, create it well. This flyer is an essential flyer, must be with every designer, every student of mine. Okay, so today's homework is nothing but this one itself. You don't have to, you just can show whatever you had done in this session, but this one is an important thing that you have to submit. Okay, you need to submit a graphic designing flyer. Okay, service flyer. Okay, this is for yourself. Okay, this is not for me, it is for yourself. You have to mention your name inside this. You have to mention that I'm going to provide the service, because this flyer you can even put it out on the internet and just have the market it digitally, or put it as an ad here and there. Fine. Okay, so we had students who had put an ad and how to have got the clients with their flyers. Fine, so you can do that. So now, who is going to present this graphic designing service? You can even mention, for example, there's student with their blog name, right? I'll just go ahead with those itself. Okay, if I want, I'll take EDU-SITE presence, or I can go ahead with your naming also. Oh, there was someone here. Okay, Safari. So I'll take this. I'll add to the page. I'll put it here. Okay, say so. Make sure one important thing is background remover. Why? Why are the logos important? You need to have it without the backgrounds. Remember, Safari. Okay, I'll just make sure. I think it should be something like this. Okay, let it be however you have made it, dear sister. You can just add it here. And then what do we need to write? Presents or gives you this, provides the service or something like that. You need to mention, right? You need to have your own logos and you need to write there that. Okay, you can just ungroup it and write ungroup. I'll just write, okay, Safa. Um, right. So let it be the same. Or you can write your own this one. I'll write my name, Safa Michelle. Presents a graphic designing service or provides a graphic designing service. We can now write the labels now. Okay, I'll just write presents. Presents. Okay, you can use the words that that are suitable here. Graphic designing service. And then what do we need? We need labels, correct? We need to start. What service are you going to provide? We need to start with the labels. Okay, so now I told you can have the labels from the store, or you can create your own labels. How to create your own labels? You can just go to the shapes now. I'll take a shape now. See, I've taken the shape, add it like this, and create a label. It's as simple as that. Put it here. Okay, the very first label. You can even put it like this also. You don't have to hide it. You can put it like this also. Fine. Okay, however you want, how much ever depth you want, how much ever height you want, you can increase and write it. Okay, you can even write the textuals inside this itself. Okay, so you can write our services. Okay, our services. Okay, see here, what is it? Font is changing. What font should you put? You have to put the font that consistent fonting. Remember that. You don't have to put any other fonts. August font is here. Same August font should be put up. So what do? You can just write, copy the style and paste it here. Okay, so paste it here. Then you can just change this stuff. Okay, for this August font, they are not giving you the shorter copy. So I think we need to reduce the sizing of this textual content to make sure this label goes well. You know, usually what we do with the labels is they don't allow you to, okay, this was this page. Okay, they don't allow you to edit that stuff. So what we do is we just delete that. This label we'll take an extra text. We don't add text inside it. We take an extra text. Okay, we take an extra text. We take an extra text. So what do? I'll just take this, duplicate this up and place it here. Extra text. So now what should I write? It should be about our services. What is our services? Okay, this must be included. This should be included. This thing. What service are you going to provide to them? Fine. You can add it about this. Fine. This one. Okay, now for designing, what should be the label? Because you're using white, you need to have a white label, white labeling. Okay, white. This should be white. Even these stuff should be white, dear sisters and brothers. The background for this should be white. Okay, because you have to have a brand consistency. White. And also here, white. Also here, white. Okay, so if this is white, this should be black, right? White and black. Make sure you are having the proper look with this. I can just go ahead with purple also, our services, because it is a background color. Okay, now what I can do is I just need to select multiple, done, and group it up. Done with grouping, duplicate the stuff. Fine. So where is it required? Our services you can use, and what else can you use? Okay, why choosers? This is also an important stuff that you have to include. Okay, I think it's looking too big. So make sure it goes smaller. Okay, if the font is bigger, make sure the font goes smaller. 36.75 it is here. 34. Okay, I'll delete it because I have duplicated. I need the consistency in branding. So what am I going to do? I'm just duplicating the stuff. Duplicating the stuff. Okay, so take it out, duplicate the stuff. Okay, I'll keep it here. Why chooses? Why choose us? Okay, this I already told you, you have to have one design with you. One design with you. Okay, everyone must have one design with you. Whenever a client approaches you, you have to send it to them. Okay, why choosers? You have to send whatever. If you're interested, you need to give us the contact us. Okay, to reach out to us on this number. Okay, I'm going to start with this bulletin now. I'll take any bulletin. I've just taken this one, the similar one itself as the previous. Don't take the same thing. You can change the bulletin. Okay, now just see here. Consistency. Can you see that? Okay. What will you all add, dear sisters and brothers? What are the things that you are going to add, dear sisters and brothers? Can you please tell me? Yes. I want a quick reply now. What are the services that you're going to add? Logo designing service, yes. Social media creation, yes. Excellent. Then what more? Social media. Social media flyers. What else? You can even design the course flyers, webinar flyers. You can even design. Yes, we have not written it, but we will be starting to create that business flyers. Please make sure whatever was mentioned in the course flyer, I want you all to add those things stuff here. Okay, I want you all to add those things onto this flyer, graphic designing service flyer. Fine. Make sure you're adding it. Fine. So then you can just go ahead with beautiful labeling also. Labels, please type all of it must be there. You have to submit this without any delay. Logo design. Okay, what else? You have to change this. Okay, you have to change this font. Let me change it to something that is easily readable. Make sure it is easily readable. Logo design. Okay. Okay, must include. Please do not hesitate to send. You will be, inshallah, learning this, learning to design with confidence by the end of this course. But you have to make one such flyer for yourself. Mention your own name. Make sure you are mentioning your own name. You have to mention your own name, okay? Name, okay? Or contact number if you have a name tag. See here, this number, this person. You can have this logo and write it here. Write your own name there. I'll write it and show you. You have to do this. Please do not hesitate. You have to do this for yourself. Okay, even if you cannot do it by yourself, you can approach me. I'll help you. Okay, I'll help you to to teach you how to get the clients, inshallah, how to just market your flyers and get the clients, inshallah. So you can just put the white thing. Come on, do it along with me. You have to do this. This is an important step of this session, entire session. Got it? Okay, you need to name yourself. If you want to put a name, who is it giving the providing the graphic designing service, you can even name yourself. Okay, if you want to keep your name anonymous, you can just leave it. Fine. I'll just write Michelle here. Michelle here. Okay, after the end of the session, I'll show you the graphic designing flyers that we have created, and we circulate it. Okay, how we circulate that. Michelle, you can write this. Or else if you have your, okay, if you want to give yours, okay, there are so many labels. I'll just write label here and check if we have some labels, beautiful labels. You can even write get your designs from us. Whatever stuff you want, you can write it. Fine. Get your designs. There is a discount, early bird discounts, or whatever stuff you want, you can include that. Okay. So let me just see if we have some beautiful stuffs. Okay. Okay. Label. You can use these labels. You can use whichever label you want, dear sisters and brothers. Get your designs done with us. Get your designs created with us. You can mention it here. Okay, change the coloring because it's just white and black, white and blue, or something like that. You can change it. Fine. So, okay, I'll just add the service itself. Get your designs. Get your designs with us. Get your designs designed with us. Get your ideas designed with us. Get your designs. Okay, you even have to put this one, dear sisters and brothers, tagline, or what we say, hitch line or something like that at the bottom of this. That is important. That is very, very important. You have to add it here. For every stuff, graphic designing service. What does it mean by? It is nothing but you're going to write there. You can write the one liner. We call it as one liner. Turn your ideas to designs. Turn your ideas to stunning visuals. To stunning visuals. Okay, stunning visuals. Visuals. Okay. So this is the way you just add it. Okay, you can just write white chooses. Get your designs with us, and then this is white. Let me just write it to black. Okay, I think we have time for the class. Okay, just inshallah, within a moment we are done. Fine, get your designs and bold it up. Get your ideas designed with us. You can even add the early bird discount if you want to have anything like discounts. You can even mention the prices. Okay, we will even mention the prices also. Fine. Why choosers? Okay, one important thing why choosers is because you are affordable, quality, multiple revisions, faster delivery. These are the points you need to include. You have to make sure that you're including these points. Fine. What are the points? Okay, you're going to write your affordable, your quality you are maintaining, multiple revisions. Okay, you have to be open for taking the revisions. Fine. Okay, that is important stuff. Early bird discount, you can even write it in whites. You write it somewhere here. Okay, in the whites, and this regard you can write it. Fine. Okay, alhamdulillah, we are done with the session, dear sisters and brothers. We're almost done with the session. Take care of yourself, inshallah. Alhamdulillah, we have included most of the stuff. So we have designed all the floor four flyers. Yes, brochures. Please mention all of these photo editing service, brochures, business cards. Yes, all of the designs, inshallah. Please mention it here. And inshallah, dear sisters and brothers, you will land into a beautiful service. Inshallah, you'll be able to provide the service with this flyer, inshallah ta'ala, in the future. Okay? So, jazakumullah khairan kaseera. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Looking forward to meet you all in tomorrow's session. Alhamdulillah, we are done with today's class. Make sure you're designing this one perfect flyer for yourself to just start getting the clients, inshallah.